Yo, Flexcast, we're back with our next guest, man. Shout out to everybody that's been pulling up. She's a very talented artist, and I love having artists come through here because this is an artist-centric podcast. So I want you to introduce yourself, tell the people what you do, and we'll get right into it.
Well, hey guys, my name is Eta Vivita. I'm signed to CHHK Records, College of Hip Hop Knowledge, and I am a singer, songwriter, rapper here out of Austin, Texas.
Let's let everybody clap it up
Okay.
for Avita. I appreciate her taking her time to come by and talk with the Flexcast today. And when I found out that you were gonna come here, I wanted to first know about your start in music because I feel like as artists we all have that eureka moment where we're like, hey, I can do this. I'm good at this. People like what I do. So I want you to talk about that moment for you a little bit, and then maybe your start and how it led up to that.
Yeah. So the funny thing about that moment is this is my dream. If you would have came and asked me when I was 3 years old, what do you want to be when you grow up? I would have told you I want to be a singer.
Oh.
I want to be on the stage. I want to tour the world like Taylor Swift is, like Adele, like all the people you hear. That's what I wanted to do. So this has been my dream ever since I've been a little girl. I grew up in a border town, Laredo, Texas, Rio Bravo, Texas. So, I grew up very, very poor. So when you talk about big things like that, it's very shunned down upon, or just like we're just incapable. That's not, we're trying to figure out how to get food on the table by 7 p.m. We're not
Right.
any of those things. So this is something I've always had as a dream. And I always knew growing up and going through school that I just needed to go through school and needed to get where I needed to go. And then once I have my life for myself, I can do things. The only way out of Laredo, Texas for me at that time was to go to college because financial aid got me out. If not, I'd probably still be in Laredo right now.
Right.
Okay.
So it got me out. It took me to San Marcos, and I went to Texas State University.
Hey, shout out to Bobcats.
Yeah, I did performance, theater, and production, which helped a lot with my music
wow.
career now.
So, and just I'm curious, performance theater and production. You're on stage. You're the person helping put the production on.
Both.
You did both.
Okay.
So we do performance and we do production.
Okay.
So it was
Nice.
both, which has helped a lot. But once I
makes sense,
went to Texas State and I realized that now it's me, and like I make my own choices, I was like, okay, I think I can do what I want to do now. And I moved to Austin, and I just started going to open mics, Spider House, Scratch House.
Wow, you
And it
performed
started
this, the
going-
Spider House open mic. Are we talking about Austin Mic Exchange?
Yeah.
You were
started
part of
going
that. Wow.
started going and just practicing. I remember going on stage and not being able to finish my songs. I'd be shaking so much. I was so out of breath. But this is something I wanted to do. I was like, some way I'm gonna have to do it. The first time I performed for my mom, she was like, don't ever do that again. Cannot sing. Then I went on YouTube for like 6 months and just practice.
Right.
And the voice that I have now, I definitely learned it, and I worked for it. I wasn't born with this stuff, but this was a dream since I was a little girl, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I hear that
Yeah.
story a lot about Spider House, where people went there to hone their performance skills.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they like got better, got rid of the jitters before they went on to bigger and
Yes.
better things. So that's cool
Huge.
to hear that story.
And I met
again.
so many people, like even right now in the scene that are, giving back to me now and booking me now. I met them back in the day. They knew me back in the day, and it's nice.
That's awesome.
It's nice.
Explain your artist name just a little bit, the inspiration behind it, why you chose that to be your stage name.
Well, yeah, my name is Evita. That's my government name.
I mean, some people don't go with their
Yeah,
government
yeah.
name. Why did you feel like, hey, I'm just gonna keep it plain? I'm gonna keep it simple to the point.
Well, I've never met anybody else. I've never met another Evita in my life.
So you're one of a kind.
Me either.
Okay.
So, and whenever I say Evita, some people are like, oh, like the movie with Madonna. I'm like, yeah, but she was the Queen of Spain, regardless of Madonna. But yeah, Madonna definitely played her, Eva Patron. And my mom's name is Eva.
Okay.
And
There we go.
she named me Evita. 'Cause
Okay.
she wanted a
Okay.
junior, but without a junior, also because I'm a girl. So,
Right.
so she's like, little Eva in Spanish
awesome.
is Evita. So
It makes sense.
That's where
that
I
you're a
got
theater
my name.
major, because when I watch videos of you performing, no, you're very theatrical on stage.
yes,
And
I
so
love it.
that's good. That's cool to hear that. That's awesome.
Yeah, they definitely played a part. Also in the production, I've had a lot of residencies. Before COVID, I had a residency with the Hen House that just put on a bunch of like
Whoa.
female artists, and I never performed, but I was the host, and a lot of just like, the production part is played a lot of played a lot for me. Right now, the performance part is playing a lot for me too in the entertainment field. But yeah, overall, I'd like to call myself an entertainer. I just like making people smile and have a good time. That's why I showed up with the beer.
Oh yeah, and by the way,
showed up with a vibe.
So we had 2 guests show up with alcohol today, and Avita was one of them. So she likes to have a good time. I appreciate her keeping the party going. I really do.
But yeah.
Yes. So Your Only Human song is a turned up but emotional vibe. Talk about the inspiration behind it, and did you have some fun breaking stuff in the music video?
I had a lot of fun. Shout out to Dan to the L who shot that for me and 007. When I first came to Austin and after Spider House went to Scratch House, I met 007. And at this point, I was just trying to fit in with the scene. I'm a singer, songwriter. I don't call myself a rapper. I'm not a rapper. I don't write rap music. But if you pay me for it, I'll write you a verse. But I realized in order to get a lot of the competitions or a lot of the things that were happening in the local scene to get free studio time was off of like 16 bar verses, 8 bar verses. And I grew up listening to Eminem a lot. And I was like, I could do that.
Oh wow.
So I just started listening a lot to Kato on the Track. He came to Austin. I actually met Kato on the Track with Chuck Deuce, which was dope. And then that beat is a Kato on the Track beat, and it just played, and I just said it, and it just happened. And then once I said my first verse and I was done with I'm only human, I didn't know what to say after that. So I was just like, okay, well, does anybody want to feature on this song? Because my bars are done.
Yeah.
And then Slevin came in and he read the lyrics. He was like, damn, this is deep. And then I read it and I was like, oh my God, you're right. But it makes sense. I wasn't trying to write this as like writing in the motions. I was just trying to show that I can write regardless, whether it's rap, whether it's alternative, whether it's indie music. I just wanted to prove that I could write, whether it's a song or rap. So with this song, that's what I did.
Okay.
So then after it came out, I realized what we actually wrote, and I was just like, wow, it's kind of cool. I met with Dan to the L, and he helped us put it together in a video. So shout out to Dan. And
you look like you
it was so much fun. It was so much fun. When I went into that I was just supposed to stay outside, and I was like, I'm going inside. And I went inside, and they had a bunch of just lights just on the floor. So I was like, I'm gonna break this.
Yeah.
Still very kind of dangerous. The room was like surrounded in like wasp nest and bee nest, but I was like, we're gonna get this shot. All right, let's just do it. But it was so much fun.
You're brave.
You're that type of artist. Anything for the
I was like,
we're
gonna get it. It's gonna be great.
Awesome.
But yeah, that was so much fun to film and write and record. And shout out to 007 for wanting to be on that with me. He was probably one or two of the only people I knew at that scene. I knew DJ J-Ro and Nicholas Whips.
Shout out J-Ro.
Shout out J-Ro.
And that's the one thing, another reason I wanted you up here is because your network is, you're in good company by way of your network. A lot of the people at College of Hip Hop Knowledge, J-Ro, Dance the L, a lot of people you're mentioning, these are architects of careers in Austin. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, they make a name for themselves.
A lot of people don't understand. I mean, that he holds a camera, but he's a curator. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Dancer.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Absolutely. And so you're in good company. I'm excited for your trajectory. What's next for you? Do you have upcoming shows, music? Tell the people what they can be excited
Yes, there's a lot coming up in this 2024 year.
Let's talk about it.
Me personally, I have a lot coming out. I have a single coming out in February. I have EP album Moving that will be coming out and later in the year. Show wise, we have a Texas tour with Afro, Offlows Reach Out. He just went on tour with R.A. the Rugged Man, and he brought us out, CHHK. So I have that tour coming up January 16, 17, 18,
we're taking off right out the gate with shows. Okay.
Yeah, January I have 8 shows.
Nice.
I have 8 shows in January.
That's
I'm ready. That's what we do. We're trying.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we have we have our residencies every month, Fresh Fridays that happen every second Friday of the month at Independence, one best of Austin.
You're talking about Independence Brewery, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that happens every second Friday. We've been doing that for about 3 years now, so it's nice to be able to be recognized by the best of Austin, the city of Austin.
Absolutely.
That was super cool to get. So yeah, you can find me the second Friday every month at Independence. I will always be there.
Okay.
But for January, definitely got 8 shows coming up. We got a tour with Afro. And then we got something coming out in July. We're doing our Midwest tour. We just went on a West Coast tour about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And this year we're going to Las Vegas, going to Denver, going to New Mexico, going to a lot of places. But that's happening in July. So this next year is, it's a busy one, but I'm excited.
But this is what you,
like you said,
since you were 3 years old, and it's here now. Like it's right.
I'm living my life.
Right
I just did career day at my high school on
exciting.
Thursday.
Inspire the youth.
Yeah, I went back to my hometown, Laredo, Texas, which is like 4 hours away. Did career day, and that was amazing to be able to be recognized, to be able to do something that's outside of our norm. It was great.
How'd the kids react to you?
Oh, they were there.
You seem like you have a very good energy.
Awesome.
You seem
Yeah,
like you have a very good
they're great.
energy.
They're very in tune, and Laredo is 98% Hispanic. There's no diversity. There are no white people. There are no black people. There are no Asians. The first language there is Spanish.
Okay.
So being back, it was nice to hear that. I brought DJ Berlin. So that was really fun. But being back there, I'm speaking how I speak. My first language is English, even though I was born and raised there, and my dad only speaks Spanish. Definitely fluent in Spanish, but they were like, oh, whatever. And then I was like, but I graduated from this high school in 2015, and I'm from Rio Bravo, Texas. Then they were like, oh, she's just like us. And then they started like, okay.
Now we're comfortable.
Now I can listen to
Okay,
you.
now I can hear you. And then I started talking Spanglish, and they're like, all right, okay, she has my respect. Yeah. And I was like, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was fun being able to talk to them about it, because this career is not something that you could just go and apply for a job. This is self-employed. This is a business, and it goes from a hobby to a business.
Absolutely.
So when you do a business, and this is my restaurant, come check it out. People are gonna come do that, but you're like, this is my business. It's me. Look at me. Other people are gonna be like, So it's hard for one person to want to be able to sell themselves in that sense.
Absolutely.
But you gotta believe. You gotta want it.
And I know when those kids see you, it makes it that much more real to them.
Absolutely.
Can you please let people know where they can find you on Instagram, any of your social media website, anything like that? Please plug that.
Yes, you can find me at CHHK512.com. You can find all of CHHK at 512.com. You can find me at IIAMEVITA. My name is Evita. And down there you can find everything, but the biggest to find all my music videos, YouTube, iTunes, anything what I'm doing right now, CHHK512.com.
Absolutely.
find
Let's
my
everyone
fits.
clap it up for Evita. I appreciate you coming by to
Thank
talk
you.
to us. Flexcast, thank y'all so much for tuning in for this episode. We're going to get out of here, man. We'll see y'all next time. Yeah.